All right, my name's Dan Crosby, CEO of BioSteel Canadian Protein. I own a golf course. I own a youth management teams app, sports academy, and we're going to talk through a major struggle we're going through right now, which is we had a sale. Did we have a good amount of demand post sale as well?
No,
we didn't.
No, it's down.
So it was only so the demand was only from the sale, but but it was cascading effects. So we had like extreme demand during our sale, right? Mm-hmm. And then post sale, we still have orders coming in, but we've been struggling to catch up.
Correct.
Yeah. So, not good, obviously, because in the age of Amazon, Amazon's kind of conditioned people to get everything instantaneously. They obviously have extreme funding, which we don't. Now, I guess the silver lining here is that you'll never be able to. I might be speaking a turn here, but I feel like on our Shopify website, we still offer the best value money can buy, hands down. You're not getting cheated on product, because Amazon takes a cut around 15%. There will always be that ability to save more money on our existing, like our Shopify or our own website. Obviously, our own D2C website. I'm not saying Amazon's not important, but we leverage Amazon to bring in new customers, or we should be, which we will be. I guess my point here is we need to figure out a better way in order to not run into this fulfillment issue again. And my point here is I know I understand what you're saying in terms of we have a solution that we executed on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Boxing Day in 2025. But we ran into this issue again, and I understand we have more going on. We have more I think what we're fulfilling for Costco right now, is that what's going on for BioSteel?
Yeah. There's
so for context, the sale that we had was on Canadian Protein, not BioSteel. Actually, both.
No, we had both.
Yeah. And we're also fulfilling for Costco creatine, which is going to be launching in the fall.
Correct.
Right?
And Costco Hydration Mix.
Yeah. And we pulled staff to be able to do that away from our shipping department.
It's co-packing over 10 million sticks.
Okay, so co-packing over 10 million sticks because Costco wants their mixed pack, which you know how I feel about that, but if that's the recipe for success, it is what it is. What do we do here? What do we do to never run into this scenario again? And then what do we do in order to, if we have 100,000 orders over a weekend or a week, which is extreme, what do we do then? Because we don't have time to expand, obviously, that fast. And what happens if you can't calculate demand correctly or forecast it correctly, and then all of a sudden we see a massive spike in product or in sales? What are we going to do? Yeah. What do we do? What do you do?
So let's tackle that last one first, because I think like even since we
don't have to go into specifics.
I think I have an idea.
Okay,
that's like separate from what we were talking about earlier, because I was doing a little bit of research.
Yeah.
So the concept, for example, that it's a good like thought experiment and like to figure out a solution here. So the concept that you brought up is, okay, well, do you just theoretically cut off orders? Because if you receive, let's say, 100,000 orders and you at your peak staffing and your peak capacity is whatever 10,000 orders, it goes up 10x, for example. We don't we don't necessarily want to like cut off orders, but
Yeah.
what could we do? And so after doing a little bit of research, we would need to find a way of being able to connect the order backlog through with an AI, like an updated live AI, streaming back our capacity to the website showing fulfillment time. So that way, for example, and this is like how Amazon does it, and we can create a rudimentary version of this.
Okay.
And let's say theoretically we had 100,000 orders.
Yeah.
And the system is then calculating that we can only process 1,000 orders per day. These are just using easy numbers. It would then show a 100-day delay. So like when you go to check out, it says, okay, shipping time is whatever, 1 to 3 business days.
And do you want to still check out?
Yeah, and it's fulfillment time of 100 days in this crazy example.
Yeah.
That way, once again, the main differentiator is that you're going into checkout already having those expectations being managed, right? And so, like, how long have you been ordering from Amazon? I'm assuming years, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't order a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But years ago, I'm thinking like 7 to 10 years ago, when you ordered on Amazon during peak events, it would say like, oh, 1 week. The anticipated arrival time is 1 week, but then sometimes it's several weeks. Like Amazon experience,
they do a very good job of communicating how long something's going to take, and maybe it's not even a very good job. You just know it's not showing up next day,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And typically, I'll pick something that will, and I'll pay even a little bit more.
Yep.
I know a lot of people like the other way; they'll save a few bucks and take their time, but I don't order a lot of stuff, but when I do order something, it's usually something that I want quick or need quick, right? So, okay, I like that concept. I like that a lot, actually.
And so that is Amazon's core.
Fuck, how could we do that? Could we loop it in with ShipStation?
I'm sure there's an app that does this. Like, I'm sure there is.
Call Leslie Live.
Yeah.
Call Leslie Payon. You think there's an app that can do it?
I'm sure there is.
Like on ShipStation?
Even if
okay.
Yeah, even if we create a rudimentary version where it's like we check it once a day, for example, in the morning, and then we update the language that's like hard coded in during sale events, that'd be a good, very rudimentary solution. But long term, like, and if there's not something that does this, then it's a good app idea.
Yeah. Guy's gonna make me look stupid. The one fucking time he doesn't answer during the day.
Yeah, literally.
Live. Did you just say live, dude?
No, I said literally.
Yeah.
The guy answers 24/7. So one key component of it is communication aspect.
Yeah.
So I think that where we could have done better this last sale was, for example, day one of the sale. For example, communicating to customers that have already placed their order and setting up an automatic flow from anyone that orders during the sale, saying, hey, here's what the estimated delay will be. We caught that, but caught that too late. We started doing that on like day 4 or day 5 of the sale event, right? And so we still retroactively sent communication, but it should have been where it's automatically getting sent out when we know we're already starting. We already have, for example, our next big sale is probably going to be for Black Friday. We already know the day that we're going to be launching the Black Friday sale. We know the day that we're going to be scheduling it for like an early Black Friday. All that we do is proactively set it up that people start ordering on that day. It's like, hey, like here's, and we can update it if, for example, the delay gets larger or smaller, but we communicate that proactively. That we were too late to the party on sending that communication. Second thing was having it like on the website of saying, hey, during high volume of order periods, like expect this such and such fulfillment time. And then the third being like at checkout, some sort of way of like updating it live based on fulfillment times. Now on the warehouse side of things, it is the limitation of adding a massive amount of projects to the team in a short period of time, but that's still not an excuse. There's still a solution for being able to accommodate all things all at once. And so like we had on the past year, for example, like last year for Canadian Protein, during a 7-day interval, we had 4,700 orders, and it jumped up to 5,500. Okay, it's 800 extra orders. We should have been able to staff accordingly to be able to accommodate that increase from.
When was this?
this is for Canadian Pro during the Canada Day sale.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So you might get a different number from Dave.
I didn't hear what you said.
He might look from like the day one of the sale to the last day of the sale.
Mm-hmm.
I just measure on 7-day intervals.
Yeah.
That's how the KPI tracker that I have set up is doing it. So for example, like we already know on Black Friday the amount of orders, for example, not only the number of orders, but the number of units sold from last year, and we can assume even like on the high end a certain growth percentage, and then be able to like figure out, okay, if our typical daily capacity is 500 orders and we need to be able to fill at 1,500 orders per day, okay, what is going to be required from a staffing perspective? Now, yes, there might be the situation where we have some anomaly of like 10x orders.
I like that. I like the expectation of like, hey, this is the delay you're looking at. Do you still want to place an order? Yeah. I like that a lot.
Because yes, like you are the shopper that you want the thing the next day, but there's lots of shoppers that are looking.
Go ahead.
That are looking to get a great deal, and during
I was gonna say that.
Yeah. That are very price conscious, that are like, okay, well, this is a better deal on the website.
It's a give and take.
Any other retailer. I'm willing to have a little bit of a delay because I'm getting a fantastic deal on this product.
Yeah, it's a give and take.
Yeah.
And
the main thing is just the proactive communication.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And that's where like,
we should run that. We should run that all the time on the.
Yeah.
And almost have it as like a tracker, like a live tracker for people to see back there.
Yep.
So I remember when I was working at GM, working on the line, they would have targets. They would have it would be like right up front. It would be right up top there. It would be like, okay, we have to produce 900 transmissions, or 1,000 or whatever. I can't remember what the number was. Every shift. It's got to be like 900, and then you'd have tracker. Everybody could see the number up top. It was almost like a clock. Everybody could see the number. I like that. And it's subconscious. Even if you're like, fuck this company, I hate it, there's still a subconscious competitive nature in humans that you'll still be like, okay, I still want to hit that, even though I hate this fucking shit.
Yeah. And
I'm not saying that that's what's going on back there, but I know it was going on the line on GM, and then lo and behold, you'd still hit it. And then if you didn't hit it, you'd have the foreman coming around trying to figure out why you're missing it.
Yep.
Right.
And a very rudimentary bonus structure for those periods as well, right? Like we did.
Yeah. And they would have something, I think.
Yeah. Like think about how much we're talking about losing business from the shipping delays from this whole thing, right? How much is that losing to the business? How much could we offset it by saying, hey, like if you like absolutely bust your ass, go as fast as possible, you hit these daily targets, like people are getting bonuses, right? That's like in the value attributed to that. There's for sure like a structure that can be placed in there, and still the difficult thing to navigate is
bring your seat down a little bit.
Yeah, so I got a long ass torso.
I'm looking at the camera over there, and it looks. Yeah.
Is that better?
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So the other challenge kind of come like for this particular period is that there's events that or like call it projects that we don't have time stamped yet, right? Like things like the free, like it's still very early. So for example, as we get more detail in terms of like how fast we can pump out the free sample program and the staffing requirements to do X number of units.
Why are we so far behind on the free sample program? Is it because of the one brand that we're partnering with on it, which will remain nameless?
Yeah, there was a huge influx from that.
Was there really? Did it actually work?
Oh, that's what immediately upticked the. Like,
is that right?
Oh yeah. Like before this, there wasn't so
because we did throttle it.
We throttled it to be able to get caught up. We got caught up. We started this. Now simultaneously with the sale and the co-packing all at once, like now there's a delay on that one as well.
Are we catching up on that?
It's not being prioritized right now because they're catching up on the brand on the like.
But then after this, we'll be able to catch up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
But there's that many right now.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Like how many are backlogged? Would you say?
I
mean, I'm not super concerned about that, but like the timing of.
No, I think there's nothing wrong with saying we need to have the expectation of top quality service across the board.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? Like just saying like I'm giving you these things as like the explanations.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse where it's like now this is just like how the business should be. Like this pisses me off just as much as you. I'm not necessarily as vocal, but it pisses me off a ton. And it's like, and it makes me competitive being like, okay, me as a consumer, I would never want this experience. And so how do we now set up for next? And just because we have a lot of additional things this year is not saying, okay, well, now this is just the way it's going to be.
No,
right?
no. I don't mean that. What I meant is, if anything's going to suffer right now, it's going to be our free sample program.
Right.
That's what I mean. But like at the end of the day, it shouldn't, is my point.
Yes.
Yeah, it still shouldn't.
It's that if you are ordering on our website, or
Yeah.
you are a Costco customer, or you are getting a free sample, that you're getting the service that you expect.
Yeah.
Like, period.
Yeah.
So what?
Like, at the end of the day, how are we going to compete?
Exactly.
Everybody,
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Yeah. And so, especially now, as we're like, we already are fighting an uphill battle on rising protein powder prices.
Yeah.
Raw materials increased by 300% over the last couple of years. We already
Fuck,
are
even more.
Yeah, exactly. And so we're already facing these challenges. So it's like, okay, how understanding that, yes, okay, our business as a whole has really increased a lot. And yes, a growing pain, but how do we adapt coming into next time that this is a one-time thing? This does not happen again. We need to be able to have that level of expectation that if you're coming to one of our brands, like bar none, you are getting the service that you expect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, so one of the things that I'm trying to do from my side of things is having faster analytics that cover things across the board, so that way we can be a lot more react a lot more quickly, right? So, for example, something like tracking the so we have our anticipated volume of orders for the next like 52 weeks already kind of like locked in. How many orders we think that we're going to be getting. What we can do is knowing we have the next 6 months of production already planned out in-house. I'd say 6 months. We already know the demands for all of our co-packing until February, right? So we have a lot of data for what's like on our schedule for what's going to be required. It's now looking at, okay, how quickly do all these things need to get done, and then what's going to be required in order to actually get it done on time, in full, across the board, right? Yeah, and that's where we are. So fucking sucks.
I mean,
really
it's
pissing me
good.
off.
It's good and bad, I guess, right? Like, you know, there was a high demand for our product. We did a poor job of communicating the delays.
Yes.
And there really shouldn't be any delays, but it's a result of people wanting to buy our product, which fuck be shit if it was the other way around. That's for sure. But I do like the real time expectation delay.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever you want to call it, the real-time fulfillment.
Yeah,
I do like that, so that you know, even if I order right now and fulfillment's 24 hours, I think that's interesting. I'd like to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we should almost have be almost held accountable, like where how accurate that is.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be interesting.
Yep.
And then how accurate is it that we're fulfilling to a 24-hour fulfillment rate? I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's it.